Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. Turn down my music a little bit here. Hey, if you're here, say hi in the chat. So, this is the final live I'm doing for 2022. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? I'm excited to begin this new year, and I know you are as well. So, how this is going to work today is I'm going to be reading for all 12 of the zodiac signs, but I'm dividing them up by element. So all the earth signs will have the same cards, all the water signs, all the air signs, all the fire signs, you're all going to have the same cards. So I would say for the most accuracy, hey, Mark, Happy New Year. Good to see you. So, for the most accuracy, you want to listen to, excuse me, I had COVID for Christmas. Exciting. Feeling much better, obviously. So, as I was explaining before my cough went in, sorry, for some reason my alarm just went off, probably to tell me to start doing this reading. I have 4 sets of cards for this upcoming year. And so each of these 4 piles represents each of the 4 elements. So let's say, like Serena, I know she is a Leo. When I read the fire signs cards, those will pertain to you. But even more accurate is if you know your rising sign. So for me, my birthday's in January. So my sun sign is Capricorn, but my rising is Pisces. So probably the advice that's going to be the most accurately important would be for the water sign, Pisces. So listen for your rising sign first and then your sun sign. Okay. And if you don't know your rising, you can go to astro.com and just run a birth chart. It's free and it just takes a few seconds. You literally put in your date of birth, the time you were born, and the location, and it'll make a nice chart for you right there, free. And then it'll say what your rising is if you don't already know it. Hi, Vienna. Hi, Marie. Okay. So I guess since we are at the Capricorn time, I started with the element of earth. So the earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Okay. And for each of these piles, I pulled the goddess of the year for each one, what your heart wants you to know, a tarot card for just some overall, more clarification, more details, and then I'm going to pull a Beyond Lemuria card for the light code that's coming in for you today. Hi, Colleen. So your rising is Sagittarius. So the fire signs are last. The order it's going to go in is earth, then water, then air, then fire. So your air sign is going to come up first before the fire calling, so you can listen for both. But you might want to pay more attention to the Sagittarius reading, as far as that's like the top level, and then maybe on a second level would be your sun sign. All right, Happy New Year, Gail. Okay, so I basically prayed over the cards. I called in Archangel Michael and the Archaea as well, and all the watchtowers. And this is a protected space. I did all this work beforehand, and I haven't seen the cards yet. I just laid them out, and they're all face down. So I'm kind of excited to see. Hey, Gina. Happy New Year, babe. Okay, so if you are an earth sign, sun or rising, this is your goddess of 2023, Bridget. Look at that. She's a fire goddess. This is all about really committing to your passion and not backing down. This is a very potent, powerful goddess of creation. So Bridget is a Celtic goddess. She was often associated with blacksmiths and artisans, anybody that crafted things out of metal. So it says here, the goddess of the eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. So I feel like for earth signs, this is about a glow up. You know, you've probably been, I'm hearing under the weather, just like the energy levels were, you know, kind of up and down throughout 2022. Your rising sign is Taurus. So Vienna, yeah, this is, you want to be taking notes first on this, on these set of cards. So I'm going to read some parts of Bridget's. So yeah, these cards are the Divine Feminine by Megan Watterson. Beautiful deck. And I'm going to read Bridget, or parts of it, because these can get kind of long. And now you know why I'm not doing all 12 signs separately. I think I might do that, though, for the first quarter of the new year. So I'll keep you posted. So Bridget represents the essence of an inner dawn and the healing that comes from knowing that the best is yet to come. She is the goddess of pre-Christian Ireland. Okay. She is celebrated in the Celtic festival Imbolc, which is February 1st and 2nd. So it's that very, very like the very first thaws of spring. It is said that at the moment between dusk and daybreak, Bridget arose into the sky with flames like rays of the sun blazing in her hair. There's a shrine near Kildare in Ireland that is sacred to the Druids because it was believed to have been a place where Bridget's priestesses tended to her eternal flame. This is where they learned the ancient healing practices that are associated with Bridget. So, Vienna, it looks like we're going to Ireland, girl. Hi, Christina. Yay. Okay. Bridget is associated with poetry and with all things elevated, states of being, high rising flames, lofty dimensions, and elevated wisdom. So basically it says there's that moment when you're making your way through the dark, and suddenly, after what feels like days or months or even years, a ray of light comes through to you. A lightning happens. Each step isn't quite as hard to make as the one before. And you feel a great shift begin, as if now you're headed towards something new. Okay, earth signs. Beautiful. Okay, so the second card in this pile represents what your heart wants you to know. Look at this beautiful healing number 33, a master number. So this is what your heart wants you to know this year. Reconnecting with your true nature. And actually, like if you kind of look at the imagery, it's like, it looks like another version of Bridget holding that tree. Wow, I'm getting the chills. Okay, this is pretty, woof. Okay, 33. So this is the pile that the pile I'm on now is for earth sign, sun, and rising. Okay. The lady featured on this card has journeyed far and wide, searching for happiness which she has failed to find. Confused and tired, she surrenders and retreats to her inner sanctuary, a space of light inside her heart where she discovers a deep sense of peace. She rediscovers and reconnects to her true nature by letting go of all that is superficial in her life. She reflects on her past and is now able to see what is true and what is false, what is real and what is illusion. In the stillness of her heart, she hears a whisper, a message of love. Her heart is grateful for her return. Over the past months, you have inadvertently steered off course, gradually losing sight of what is truly important and without realizing it, losing touch with the real you. Excuse me. It is time for you to reconnect and rediscover your true essence and your inner child. Stop searching externally, look within, and you will rediscover the magic. Wow, I can relate to that one. Oof. Okay, so earth signs. So that would be Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, and rising. Here is your beautiful tarot. So this is from the Tarot of Hermetic Magic. It's 7 of Cups, the Lord of illusory success, and it rules Venus in, looks like Venus in Scorpio. Ooh, so this is a Venus in Scorpio card. This is about really like stepping into the vision, stepping into the fantasy, right? The energy of this year is all about you claiming the big fantasy that you've been holding on to. You know, Venus represents desire, represents pleasure. And Scorpio is, again, a very deep, deeply spiritual and passionate card. Also represents sexuality, life, death, you know, the life force energy. So really, this is about reclaiming, regaining your life force energy, which makes sense with Bridget, you know, that light returning, the life force returning. So basically, by accepting, and I would say like radical acceptance of your deepest desires is what's going to really move you forward this year, okay, this coming year. So the card that represents the light code that's coming through for you is, holy cow, number 26, full spectrum. Look at this. So this card, this is from a deck called Beyond Lemuria, and these are paintings, and the paintings have light codes in them. And, you know, you could see the Merkaba is like one of the main things, but she's got this beautiful seed growing out, these plants growing out of her root chakra. She's got these wings. And then she's got a beautiful, like crystalline, you know, yeah, all her chakras are totally lit up and crystallined. Look at that. So this is about, you know, if you want to be grounded, if you want to soar higher, you have to be grounded, right? Because, you know, she's opening up to this galactic universal energy, but it's also, you know, being reflected as Muladhara, which is the root chakra. So you've got the root chakra here and then the root chakra above. It's like, you know, you have to ground, and that, you know, obviously for earth goddesses and gods, it's important. So that is the light code that's coming in, and I'll do a reading on that in a little bit. I'm just checking to see. Hey, Tina, Happy New Year. I'm just making sure I'm catching everybody. Looks like I have caught everyone with everybody so far. Hey, Katie, nice to see you. Okay, so this is the light code for, this would be for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, sun and rising. Okay. Hey, Barbara. All right, number 26. Okay, so this full spectrum card says, creating heaven on earth by honoring the perfection of nature's cycles, going beyond the judgment of good and bad, the merging of duality, raw nature, earth wisdom, connecting to ancestors, shadows as the fertile soil for exponential growth. The way forward is in the whisperings of the land. honoring the full spectrum of life. Okay, step out of the black and white mentality of judgment. Go beyond the concepts of good and bad. This card invites you to honor the full spectrum of life and find a new way of perceiving your situation. When we judge something, we create a story around it. These stories often create limitation. Subconsciously, we gather so many of these stories over a lifetime. To heal our disease and crystallize the new way, we need to create a space of no story where miraculous healing can happen. This space empowers us to be all we are and allows us to know our truth. Embrace the full spectrum of creation in all her colors and the raw, muddy, earthbound shadow parts of a situation to determine whether they are actually bad or if stories you have held on to are limiting your perspective. Wow. Okay. Earth signs, super powerful. I want you to take a moment to take a deep breath if that was one of your readings. And take in all of that energy, all of the light codes that are coming to you, that are flowing to you, primarily through Goddess Bridget, holding that energy very powerfully right now, like seeing all of your chakras light up like a star. And even if you're not an earth sign, you can follow along because light code activations are good for all of us. It's not going to hurt us, right? Allow that light to come in, and you're going to feel this shift, or if you haven't already, I think you're going to feel it already, and be ready to just kind of just glide into the new year. Okay. So if you are an earth sign and you're coming in, you want to look at your earth, you want to look at your sun sign and your rising sign. Okay. So that past reading was Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, sun and rising. Okay. I'm going to move on to water signs. So water signs are Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And so if you're a sun, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, this is going to be your secondary reading, unless you are like a double Pisces or you have another water sign as your rising sign. For example, I'm a Capricorn sun, Pisces rising. So this, like the first pile would be my secondary messages. The first most important messages are going to be my rising sign, which is Pisces, which is going to be water. Hopefully that is understandable to everybody. So the goddess of 2023 for the water signs is Sarasvati. Her name means she who flows. That is okay. That's a trip. She's often called the white goddess. She's the goddess of purity, of knowledge, of the voice, of music, of the arts, of writing. I do a lot of chants to Sarasvati in the beginning of the year. For me, it's or anytime I need to clear energy, her mantras and her chants are very potent. So this is the goddess of self-knowledge. The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to read to you about Sarasvati. Sarasvati represents the self-knowledge of who we are so that nothing impedes the flow of creativity from the soul. Her name is a fusion of the Sanskrit words for essence and oneself. Sarasvati's name translates then as the one who leads to the essence of self-knowledge. She is a part of the Hindu goddess trinity, the Tree Devi, together with Parvati and Lakshmi. All three goddesses help the trinity of Hindu gods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, to create, maintain, and regenerate the universe. The earliest mention of Sarasvati is in the Rig Veda, a collection of ancient sacred texts that date back to 1500 BCE. She is sometimes referred to as the mother of the Vedas and is understood to be the personification of knowledge. Students appeal to her for assistance on exams, and writers and artists pray to her to remove all the obstacles that keep them from being a clear conduit for the creativity that wants to come through them. She is considered to be a river goddess, a feminine deity with healing flowing waters. She is venerated as the goddess of music, the arts, and learning because of this association with waters that heal and purify. So for water goddesses, we're being told, how are we going to purify? There's that beautiful waterfall behind her on this card, going to the water and working with water element, water magic. There's a lot of stuff with mermaids that is coming out. I'm actually working on this particular chapter of my mermaid book about mermaids and water goddesses, and Sarasvati is in the book. She's also one of the goddesses that we will be honoring in 2023 in my goddess initiation circles. Okay, let's see what else she wants us to know. When we are aligned with the essence of who we are, then what needs to be communicated through us, whether with words or music or artwork, can flow. When our creativity feels blocked or stagnant, it isn't because the waters have dried up. But the truth is that self-awareness is the key to unlocking our creative flow. When we take the time to return to the essence of who we really are and nurture that essence, we realign again with the river of expression that the soul generates. Wow. Sarasvati is the reminder that anything we create that purifies us in the process of making it is a blessing. Our art should be judged not on popularity, but on the power to transform us. So really, this coming year, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, rising and sun, this year is about really being in alignment with yourself, right? How can we do that? Finding those ways, I feel like what this card is saying, tapping back into the creativity, whatever that looks like for you. Okay, so water signs, what your heart wants you to know. Night wind. Facing fear, subconscious release, and healing. Look at that. Yeah, number 23, which reduces to a 5. So, 5 is the number of change. And, with Sarasvati here to oversee you in your, on this river of life, this part of the river that you are on, there needs to be a trust and allowing, let go, stop trying to control anything, stop trying to think you can even predict what's going to happen. Really allow the current of life to take you to the promised land, to take you where you need to go. Okay. So that's what your heart wants you to know. Let your heart guide the way, because the heart is fully immersed in that river, right? So this card relates to the disturbed sleep patterns, vivid dreams, or nightmares that you have been experiencing. Something is troubling you, yet you are not openly acknowledging this either to yourself or others. This unresolved issue has created fear and anxiety, which you have yet to resolve. Because of your subconscious mind is processing the issue as you sleep, the fear resurfacing in your dreams time and time again in various forms and guises. This is your subconscious mind's way of dealing with the issue and forcing you to face your fear. On some level, this is helpful. However, the only way this issue can be resolved is by consciously facing your fear. First, truly acknowledge it. Express it in detail by writing it down. Then share it by talking about it with someone you trust. The simple process takes some courage, but it is well worth it. Acknowledging and expressing your fear is the first major step towards healing this issue. You will find all will be resolved soon. Beautiful. Okay, so the tarot card for water signs, another cups card, the 9 of Cups, the Lord of material happiness. So 9 of Cups means stay in alignment. Your wishes are coming true. You are manifesting, you're powerfully manifesting in 2023. And you're going to see through your creativity, through staying in alignment with what you know is true to your heart and, probably to your sacral chakra. That would be your desires, right? When you can stay in alignment with that, you're going to be lucky. Lucky in love, I'm hearing. Lucky in money. Lucky in just feeling more fulfilled in your life. This represents Jupiter in Pisces, which Jupiter was in Pisces for a little bit last year, towards the end of the year. It is now back in Aries. But it's basically saying now that Jupiter, that planet of luck and benevolence and expansion, is moving into your second house, which is money, income. And all of this is very much connected to your self-worth. And how do we create good self-worth? Staying aligned. It all comes back to the message that Sarasvati gave us. Stay aligned with the essence of who you are. Okay. Beautiful card for the year. And our so the light codes for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, water signs is reclaim your energy. Yes, I'm feeling that one. This is our light code, reclaim your energy. This is my primary pile because I'm Pisces rising. Happy New Year, Nicola. Okay, so I love the colors on this. It's violet and green. This is, for me, the color of the Empress archetype, which is bringing heaven to earth, bringing the crown chakra, the violets down to earth, which is the green. And also, connects to that heart chakra, because the heart chakra is that emerald green too. But there's this beautiful growth that's happening for water signs in 2023. Okay. And if you're a water sign, sun or rising, or in any way feeling like really connected to this particular pile of cards, it could transcend signs. You want to close your eyes and take in this light code. Recapitulation, owning your power. Where you put your energy is your choice. Overcoming triggers through self-awareness, energy vampires, avoiding them, cutting them off, reclaiming your soul fragments, observing the observer, shifting out of victim mentality. Beautiful. Hi, Ezekiel. The screen is frozen. Oh. Hi, Raina. This is from the Beyond Lemuria deck. Okay. This card encourages you to be aware of where your energy is going. If you are not at your optimal energy level, it invites you to consider the core of why this may be. You have the power to own your energy and choose where you direct it. Look at the situations that trigger drama and anxiety to reduce energy loss. Detach from environments or people that are not healthy for you. I've been having to do that all year, and I did it some more yesterday. Blocked people. Like, I mean, someone that I hardly know, I think on Facebook, started asking me for money. I was like, wow, yeah, no, I don't know you. Um, and, you know, I've had to cut off people that aren't owning their stuff. You know what I mean? It's not my job to own your stuff. Your stuff is your stuff. And if you can't own it and you can't claim it, you're out of my life. Like, there's no more, you know. Oh, thank you, Ezekiel. So I take it that the screen is not frozen anymore, hopefully. I mean, it could be, we're rainy. There's a lot of rain in Santa Barbara and the area today. So that could be why, you know, maybe the internet connection is not great. Okay, so it's time to kickstart the upward spiral to abundant energy and soul presence. So that is your light code. Really close your eyes for a moment and feel your energy spiraling up, connecting from the earth down all the way up your body. So you're holding your crown high, holding your head high, and reaching that crown for the heavens, reaching it up, reaching it, and allowing your body to be tall, right? That stance of power and strength is whoosh, tall, right? You know, if we're sitting around like this and collapsing our heart, collapsing our lungs, you want everything open, okay? So beautiful water signs, those are your energies for this beginning, this new beginning, and into the new year. Okay, so I'm on to air signs. So this is Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. Excuse me. All right. I'm hoping that the recording is actually going to be not frozen, but I'm glad you guys can hear me. Hi, Cindy. Nice to see you. Hi, Suzanne. Wow, perfect timing. So, Suzanne, my advice for this was that, you know, your sun sign is like the secondary message. The first primary message that's probably going to be the most important to you is going to be your rising. So I already did earth and water. So you could always go back and listen. Okay, Geminis. Looks like we got Geminis. Hi, Tina. Ezekiel, you're a Taurus. Do you know, if you know your rising, that would be great. The freezers are flattering. You look gorgeous. I know there'll probably be one where I look like my face is about to explode or something weird, right? Okay. So beautiful air signs, sun and rising. Your goddess of 2023 is Green Tara, one of my favorites. The Buddha of enlightened action. She is the Tara that is associated with the earth, with practical matters, with she's the one to call on for, like, oh my gosh, I need to pay this bill and it's overdue. Where is the money coming from? Green Tara, ask Green Tara for anything. She is like the goddess that of immediate action. You know, she's a great goddess to call on, like when you're feeling afraid, you're feeling anxious, or you need something to happen right away. Give it over to Green Tara. So it says, my soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. Okay. So read from this beautiful divine feminine. So Green Tara. 113. Green Tara embodies the emboldened state that overcomes fear and allows us to take action on what we know is right. Tara is a female Buddha in the Vajrayana Buddhist tradition. She is known as the mother of liberation because her name is derived from the root to cross. Tara assists all beings in crossing the ocean of suffering to liberation. Okay. Barbara, Aquarius rising, Capricorn sun. Okay, yeah. So this is going to be your primary message, Barbara, and Sagittarius rising. So Nicola, yeah, you're going to have, so the fire signs are last. So you'll probably get your most potent reading or messages from what's coming after the air signs. Okay, according to Tara Tantra, she incarnated as a king's daughter. She showed such spiritual excellence and such profound compassion that she impressed a group of monks. They told her that they would pray for her to be reborn a man so she could reach enlightenment. She responded by enlightening them. She told them that there's no such thing as male and female. The ideas, projections, and expectations that we superimpose onto the male form and the female form are not real. They are contrived. Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. She vowed then and there before all the monks that she would remain a female Buddha for all lifetimes until all beings were liberated from the illusion that a person's sex determines their ability to become enlightened. So Green Tara is the embodiment of compassionate action or enlightened action. Her green color signifies vigor and vitality. Her mudra also represents vitality and the purity of our life force, the prana mudra. So this is the prana mudra that she holds up. Tara is the message that the time for action is now. There's nothing to wait for and no person you need to become before doing what you've come here to do. Start small. Let the soul lead, not the ego. It's not the grandeur of the gesture or the effort. It's the amount of love something is done with that ever matters. Beautiful. Okay, so Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, what your heart wants you to know right now. Attachment, release, restriction, fear. Number 8, it's a powerful number. Okay, you believe that you're in a situation that you cannot free yourself from, afraid to let go and walk away because of a deep sense of duty, commitment, or guilt. Perhaps you feel you'll hurt or disappoint someone if you let go. Whatever the reason, you feel you have no choice but to stay where you are. The emotional attachment is great and the fear is overwhelming. The fact that you have picked this card today is no coincidence. The message is clear. You are being encouraged to face your fears. That makes total sense with Green Tara. Again, anytime that I've ever felt afraid or anxious about anything, I call on her and I just immediately feel complete relief. And actually, it's funny, when I really first started getting into goddess studies and becoming just more of a goddess woman, Green Tara was the first goddess that came to me. I was about to go on my first ever women's tour. It was called Woman's Sacred Tour of Avalon. It was the year 2002. It was my first time to Glastonbury, and I was going for the Goddess Festival. I was going on this, Sacred Tours for Women was what it was called. And so I was going with these 8 or 10 other women that I didn't know. And And part of it was there's a ball at, if you go to the goddess conference in Glastonbury, there's like a ball every year, and you dress up as your goddess, and they, announce you as you come in, or at least this is how it used to work. So I had this beautiful green silk dress, and I was like, why am I going to this Celtic thing as an Asian goddess or whatever? It just felt really funny. So we all got to England. And of course, my roommate was this gal who was I think she was from Singapore. She was Asian. She was a hedge fund manager, super wealthy Asian woman who was like, yeah, I just needed to go on this. I don't know why. So she pulls out her costume, and she's like, oh, I decided to come as the goddess Kuan Yin. So she was Kuan Yin, and I was Green Tara I've got pictures of us somewhere. It was just so beautiful to walk in as these Asian goddesses to this, kind of Celtic celebration of divine feminine. It was super fun. Anyways, Green Tara, if she's showing up for you here, you're going to just start feeling her and noticing her all around you. She's absolutely glorious. Okay, so the fact that you picked this card today is no coincidence. The message is clear. You are being encouraged to face your fears. Do not listen to that fearful voice any longer. Beyond the fear is a space of love and light, which is guiding you and urging you to break free. Trust. Initially, there will be some upheaval, but eventually all will turn out well for all concerned. You owe it to yourself and others. You deserve to feel light and free. Summon the power of love within you and ask it to guide you and give you the strength to do what you know is right. You can walk away. You can release the attachment. Do not be afraid. Okay? So that's what your heart wants you to know, to my beautiful air sign gods and goddesses. And you guys got 2 tarot cards. You got the 8 of Cups and the Knight of Cups. This is from the Hermetic Tarot. I'm seeing some questions here. Hold on. Suzanne, it's ridiculously on point. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know. Ezekiel, is your moon sign the rising sign? No. So, so if you don't know your rising sign, go to astro.com, and you can literally just type in your birth date, your time, and location, and it will just in a couple of minutes spit out what a whole birth chart for you, and it'll say on there what your ascendant is. So your rising and your ascendant is the sign that was on the horizon at the time you were born. You're a man, but have an androgynous soul. Beautiful. Right on, man. I love that. Okay. So we're going to look at your 2 tarot cards for this is kind of like the message from Green Tara to clarify. We have Saturn in Pisces. That's the 8 of Cups. Interesting. So Saturn in Pisces is coming up in March of 2023. So Saturn is going to move from Aquarius. Saturn moved into Aquarius in 2020, March 2020. He was like the harbinger of COVID, right? The harbinger of like big change, that's going to like remake all the structures need to be restructured, right? In our society, in our government, finances. We're seeing everything kind of. So when Saturn moves into Pisces, we're really going to feel that change. It's going to be like, we're going to feel a lot lighter. Not to say that there won't be, there's always new challenges, right? That's part of life. But 8 of Cups is about walking away from something that you're attached to. Remember what your heart wants you to know. Your heart wants you to know. Green Tara wants you to know. it's okay to walk away, because what you're walking away from, or it's like saying no to something so you could say yes to the right thing. Okay. You know, it could be something that you've spent a lot of time, money, and dreams putting something into. Just know that even though you're leaving it behind, you are definitely headed towards something better, which is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is all about romantic adventure. You know, for some, this could mean new love coming in. This could mean a new love, a new passion business, a new passion creative project. It could be an invitation. It could be that there is an invitation, like somebody or a project or an energy just saying, hey, come here. This is going to be really beautiful and artistic and romantic and adventurous and new and refreshing, and flow with it. Flow with it, okay? So that's what Green Tara wants you to know. And so for your light code coming in right now is you have the root chakra. Beautiful moth, like the moth to the flame, right? So the root chakra right now for you might be a little bit tender. So we're going to do some light codes, sending light into our root chakras right now, because the root chakra is what helps us to feel secure and safe. And when we're not feeling secure and safe, we're not making decisions from a grounded place. We're making decisions based on fear and anxiety. And when we have the root chakra completely aligned and connected to the earth, to who we know we are becoming and who we know we are supposed to be in this very moment. Not about doing stuff to prove anything. This is about just the knowingness, the secure knowingness that I am here. Boom, I take up space. I'm here. Hello. Yes, take up space. But we can't do that if the root chakra is in a weakened state. And that can happen through surgeries, through illness, through depression, not getting enough time in nature, not moving your body in nature. So Ezekiel, your ascendant is Pisces, like me. I think you said you're a Taurus. I'm a Capricorn sun, so I'm an Earth sun, water rising. So I think you were here from the beginning, so you probably heard all those. Okay. So anyways, I want you all to close your eyes and breathe really deeply, deep into the core of your lower abdomen, and send your breath even further down. So where the root chakra is, it's a downward facing red lotus, like this kind of deep terracotta burgundy red. And you could think of it as a red sun, you know. So I'm going to send some light code commands to your root chakras right now. And obviously I'm going to benefit as well. So with each breath, I want you to imagine that you're breathing, like the petals are facing down of this. It's like a beautiful sunflower. So just imagine that you could almost say that it looks like this, but even a deeper color red, and it's facing down because, the spine, a lot of the chakras face out, like the heart chakra would face out. This one faces down towards the earth, and you want to imagine that there is a beautiful red stalk of light coming down like a root, straight down from your root chakra and down into the earth. And just see that beautiful root pushing through any rocks, gravel, boulders, down past underwater caves, and just deep down in the earth, all the way to the center of the earth, the heart of Gaia. And connecting in with her rhythm, coming back into alignment with Earth. That's always a start to coming back into alignment with ourselves. Okay, so I'm going to make the commands and see that beautiful deep red sun as I make these commands. Open, open, open. Clear, clear, clear. Activate, activate, activate. And see how that feels. See if you feel like you are grounded, rooted in a beautiful, calm, firm space. You might need to do that in the morning when you wake up, but if you're feeling, especially for any of the air sign, rising signs especially, when you wake up feeling fearful, feeling like, how am I going to make these changes? How am I going to do what I need to do? Call on Green Tara and make those commands on your root chakra, and remember to just keep taking action. Step by step action is going to lead you through to where you need to be in that beautiful, romantic, new adventurous life. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. We are now on to fire signs, sun and rising. And the goddess for fire signs of 2023, ooh, white buffalo calf woman. Just gorgeous. Look at her. It says, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Oh my gosh, I'm getting chills. Look at that. She is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so fire signs, that would be Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, gods and goddesses. White buffalo calf woman, where are you? Okay. White buffalo calf woman represents the sacred vision that gives us hope that all will be provided for us. Tesanwi, or white buffalo calf woman, is the primary cultural prophet of the Lakota religion. Buffalo are considered sacred to the Plains people and are seen as messengers from the ancestors. A Lakota legend says that two young scouts went out in search of food during a famine. They saw a stunningly beautiful woman appear before them in a radiant white light. The first scout approached her with unholy intentions, and the second scout watched as the first man turned to bones the instant he tried to touch her. She was clearly Lila Wakan, very holy. Thankfully, he knew this. She asked him to approach her because she could see into his heart and knew his intentions were good. She told him to prepare for her arrival in the village. He went back and gathered everyone together. She appeared before them and taught them the 7 sacred rites of the Lakota people, including the sacred pipe ceremony that binds men and women together in a circle of love and mutual respect. So, White Buffalo Calf Woman is a sacred reminder that we don't have to struggle to receive all that we've desired. When we join our heart's longing with action, we find that there is a sacred way to move through the world. The sacred way is a path of steady, quiet alignment between the heart's intention and our every step. White Buffalo Calf Woman is an omen of hope that all will be provided for us when we approach each situation with love. What she wants us to focus on is the intention behind an action, because that changes the outcome. She is a sacred prophetic sign that we can receive what we need without fighting for it or trying to secure it through manipulation. When prayer joins right action, when we move from that intention of creating only more love, then abundance is inevitable. And when we seek not just for ourselves, but also for the benefit of our loved ones and community, our needs are divinely met. The most sacred path is the one abundant with love. Woof. Okay, that's pretty major for my fire rising signs and sun signs. Okay, what your heart wants you to know. Reflection. Oh, that's beautiful. Illusion, self-examination, distortion. Number 13. Beautiful number. So that's a number sacred to the goddess. So your heart wants you to reflect. Be still. I'm hearing stillness. Okay. What you see around you mirrors what you feel within you. The chaos you perceive or experience in your physical reality simply reflects your inner chaos and turmoil. If things are not working well in your outer world, what is it that is not working well within you? This card calls for a thorough self-examination. Do not merely skim the surface. You must delve deep to uncover the truth. This will take time, patience, and commitment. Observe your thoughts and feelings throughout the day and make a note of negative or unconstructive thoughts and feelings. This practice over time will in itself help heal and restore balance to your life. It may be helpful to keep a diary in which you note your thoughts and feelings. What is it that triggers these thoughts and feelings? Journal writing will also help, provided that the journal is for your eyes only. It may also be helpful to seek professional advice from a qualified counselor or health practitioner who has experience in this field. Commit to this reflective journey, be disciplined in your approach, and you will never look back. The rewards will be greater than you ever imagined. So I feel like this, the magic for you, fire signs, in this new year is all about choosing love over everything else. If something feels fun, but it doesn't feel like a direct connection to love or to passion or to the heart, be truthful about that and walk away, walk towards the magic for you, which is always about the heart, love, commitment, passion to that love energy, sacred divine love, and call on White Buffalo Calf Woman to help you stay in that place. Okay, fire signs, you have 2 cards from the Hermetic Tarot. You have the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. This new year is all about creating a new stable beginning, a new prosperous beginning, something that is long lasting and stable. The Queen of Cups, again, she's the queen of love. She's the queen of the heart. Be this Queen of Cups. Doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine. The Queen of Cups is all about, I love. I have this capacity to nurture and love. So keep also flowing that energy to yourself. But I feel like for the fire signs, sun and rising, you guys are going to find these seeds planted that are planted with love are the ones that are going to bear a lot of prosperity for you. Okay. And also a lot of sustainability, sustainable wealth, sustainable abundance, sustainable love, right? Okay, fire signs. So this is for Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Your light code coming in today is heart chakra. We can't make this stuff up. Oh my God. I'm always just kind of amazed, right? So your heart might have been closed off. You might have had in 2022 some real heartbreaks, some disappointments, um, and that can dampen the heart chakra. That can close it down. I'm also hearing the back of the heart chakra. That's where the wings come out, right? There is always every chakra. There's 360 degrees, right? Um, and sometimes when we're stabbed in the back, betrayed, dealing with any sort of heartbreak. I had a lot of heartbreak, but I mean, if I think about it, my Saturn is in Aries in the first house. So, when you start to look at your chart, I obviously have, and my Venus is in Sagittarius. So I've got some pretty big planetary energies in fire signs. So I'm feeling like areas of my life where this would definitely apply to me. But so let's do a heart chakra light code activation to reawaken, allowing that heart chakra to unfurl like a beautiful rose, to allow love in and out in balance, right? In all sides of the heart chakra. Okay. So close your eyes, and you can even put a hand on your heart, both hands on your heart if you want. And it's just beautiful. I would visualize it as this beautiful open flower with a giant emerald gem in the center. And in that emerald gem is swirling maybe some pink light, iridescent pink light. And it's just so beautiful. And you're feeling that love. And also we have to remember that the heart has sensory neurites. It's also called our second brain. The heart has its own brain like tissue, cells, nerve cells, neurites that will bring us the strength of the heart. So we want to strengthen our hearts right now to receive more love, to give more love, to be an open conduit of giving and receiving of love. Love is the abundance that we seek. Love is the healing that we need to give ourselves right now, that divine love, allowing in divine love right now with each breath. So inhale and see that divine love coming in as a beautiful light, 360 degrees coming into the heart chakra. And on the exhale, you're just seeing that beautiful emerald green energy, like coming out even beyond the bounds of your body. Breathe here. Okay. And I'm going to make the beautiful light code commands to open and clear the heart chakra. Open, open, open. Clear, clear, clear. Activate, activate, activate. Feeling the heart chakra, even your heart, your actual organ, everything is very warm in your chest. Feeling soft, allowing everything to feel soft. That's how it should feel. That's how we should be moving through life. Serena, thank you. Thank you, Colleen. It's spot on. Yeah. Well, I feel like I needed elements of all of those readings. And I want to just tell you, I know 2022 was a rough year. It was not an easy year. A lot of beautiful lessons, but a lot of us had to say goodbye to people that we love very dearly. We know that they're just a breath away. They're all around us because we are all one. It's a unified field. We are not separate. We are not isolated. That's an illusion. Even science tells us that now. The quantum field, we are not separate. So as we say goodbye to this year and hello to the new year, we just release with love, all, and beloved pets. A lot of people lost very important pet family. I had a really bad heartache, heartbreak, breakup. Many people had that too. Maybe it was the loss of a business, the loss of a dream, even. Just know that when we're moving into this new year, there is this very new sparkling energy that we are going to feel, especially, January through March. When we hit April, we're going to start hitting eclipse season again. So the eclipse season is going to be Taurus. I think it's still Taurus Scorpio is on that axis. And I'm going to come back next year with a full astrology report. And I'm working on an astrology journal planner and all of this stuff. So I should have started it actually at the beginning of this year to have it ready for, tomorrow. That's not going to happen. But anyways, so I'm going to say overall advice to not overplan things, especially from April beyond. I feel like, we're Mercury retrograde right now, Mars retrograde, and a lot of that is going to start to unfurl and move forward again in January. So we're going to, January is going to just feel like things are going to start speeding up. And then March, we don't have a lot of, I don't think we have any. We might have 0 retrograde planets for a while, maybe 1 or 2. But again, I'm going to do a separate report on this. And then once we get into like end of March and into April, boom, we're going to have some big, big changes. So from April to the rest of the year, you might want to look at that as just like, how can I be open? How can I be flexible? And as far as work stuff, the ways you could work with me, January is all about Lakshmi. I have a little bit of the Lakshmi tea left, the tea of opulent living. It is so healing and beautiful. And some of the people that have been drinking it saying, it's bringing me abundance, which is exactly what it's meant to do. And then I'm also leading a Lakshmi goddess circle, which is it's a 30-day code initiation for Lakshmi, where Monday through Friday, I channel the goddess and we do ritual together. It's done over Voxer, which is, app you can get on your phone for free. It also has a web version of the app. This is for all genders. Gender does not matter when we're working with goddess energies. So anybody can join us. And that begins on January 9th. So I'm going to keep the doors open and take registration till about January 5th. And then that's it. So you can check out my website at chrisseraphine.com. And, if you're on Facebook, You know me, I'm good about telling everybody what I'm doing. So you can find pretty much all my stuff on Facebook and on my website. So happy New Year, everybody. Thank you for joining me. It was really fun to do this. And we'll be doing it again next year. Okay, much love. Thank you. Bye.